So I just shared in a previous video that scripture and real life align, and it begins to shift your beliefs, your values, your character, your being. King Solomon tells us the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So a personal testimony of exactly what that looks like. So I work in healthcare. I work as a respiratory therapist. So I work night shift. I encounter a patient and the patient is in respiratory distress. I have what I think is the right thing to do for her care, but none of my peers actually agrees with me. I am literally the only person that wants to escalate her care. I'm going home at the end of that shift. I am a ball of self-doubt. What if I seen it wrong? I'm only one person, and just like all the things that you can tell yourself to talk yourself out of what you believe. And so I'm at home and I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm just pouring my poor little heart out in prayer. I am full of angst and just doubt, and I'm giving it all to God. And now, after the prayer, I sit down and I'm gonna journal scripture. And just like that, I get a notification from my phone. And I read the meme, and then I decide I'm gonna journal the scripture attached to the meme. And it's where God says to Jeremiah, "You have seen correctly, for I'm watching that my will is done." And I just burst into tears. But here's what happened to me in that moment. What I learned is what's called self-directed. What I learned is to always stand for what I believe is right, even if I'm the only person that believes in that. I became a better bedside respiratory therapist because of that experience and because of that alignment that happened in my God space. So I went back to work 2 nights later, and that patient was discharged home. And I won the respect of that doctor and my peers that night. Your God space is where God begins to shift your very beliefs, your value, your personhood. He begins to shift how you view yourself, how you view him, and how you view other people. But mostly what I've come to learn is in my God space is where God begins to establish purpose. And this is where your unique gifting is used by God to serve others. So we all need a God space. We all need to know who God is to us and the true power of God.